Kia ora patrons and everyone else. I've decided to put this news update video public for everyone so you can get a taste of what patrons get weekly. It's meant to be weekly, but I usually skip weeks when I'm working on Blade News. Sometimes it turns into like a month of working on Bladers. But anyway, if you like what you see here today, consider becoming a patron. Just a couple dollars a month will really help me out. But anyway, let's talk about the news. We got to talk about Julian Kudo getting picked up by Cougar Skates. So if you didn't know, Julian Kudo is one of the best skaters in the world right now. He's been winning competitions everywhere. He's really good at street, really good at park, absolutely exceptionally good. And he's been skating Salomons, which has always been very sad and disappointing. And he's spoken in the past about having the opportunity to skate for some brands. I think he named razors, but they were never willing to pay him. And he decided not to take them up on that because of that. He knows he should be getting paid, right? As one of the best skaters in the world and getting a lot of eyes on him, skating a lot of parks and stuff. He should be getting paid as a pro. And just recently he posted up that he got picked up by Cougar Skates, and we can assume that that means he's getting paid and he's on salary, which is absolutely amazing. Here he posted up some short clips of his first few weeks of skating the skates to test them out, and he's already absolutely killing it in them. He's shredding so hard and he looks very natural in them. He's one of those dudes that can skate any skate though, which is really beneficial for skate companies, So obviously huge congrats to him. I'm always happy to see a rollerblader getting financially supported. Even if you're the best in the game, that is something that's quite hard to do. So it's always so cool to see that. I'm curious what you think of the skates though. So we saw these skates at ISPO this year. This is so showed them off. Here they are. They're not out yet, which is interesting. If you go to cougarskates.com, you go to the aggressive skates, it's empty. There's nothing there, right? They're not done yet. They're still working on them. They're still building them. But here they are, and they definitely they look like they're not done yet. They don't look the best, I'm not gonna lie. From things that are mentioned in this video by This Is So, he mentions that they are quite tall. There's a lot of plastic between the bottom of the boot and the wheel, and I'm really hoping that they get this kind of stuff sorted out and it becomes like a decent option for aggressive skates. Fingers crossed that Cougar Skates ends up being more like an eco skate rather than like Flying Eagles aggressive skates. We want it to be an actual option for aggressive skating, not like just something that's there. And I mean, they're taking a step in the right direction, picking up Julian Kudo. That's a great choice there. Hopefully you can help them sort that boot out, and we get another really good aggressive skate coming in a super saturated market right now. And speaking of Julian, he appears to have won Windy City Riot here, saying he skated the best and didn't stick to one obstacle, changed up his skating the whole thing. So he's absolutely killing it day one, already representing Cougar in first place positions in comps. And this comp went absolutely ham, man. I've seen some crazy clips on it, some cool, very cool transfers. Jeff Dallas did some really good stuff here. Here's a whole montage of him. A lot of transfers as well, a lot of really impressive transfers. Now, there's a few decent edits out. I'll link to one in the corner right now if you want to check it out. And this event looked great, and I haven't really looked into it enough to know much more about it, but it looked amazing. Some crazy good skating. It looked like it was like back in the 2000s, a lot of 450 grinds and shit, lots of huge transfers. Insane. But moving on, we'll keep talking about products. There is a new wheel to talk about coming. There's actually 5 new wheels from them skates, them wheels to be particular. They brought out 5 new wheels and a bunch of kind of interesting sizes. Now they're all 90A, very standard. They're black, which is a change up. They used to have white wheels, right? They're all made in the US and they're premium. They're super premium. But yeah, the sizes, okay, it's getting blocked by the tag here, but that's the first size is 62 millimeters, which I think is so weird. I don't think I've ever seen a 62 millimeter before. People have told me that's for skating anti-rocker. It's like a better size for anti-rocker. But I don't know, if I could fit a 62 mil flat, the extra 2 mil kind of is a good selling point to me. But anyway, I also have a 59. Maybe that's probably the flat one. Or the 57 is probably definitely the flat one. And then we have a 55, which is so small, dude. And then we have the anti-rocker. That's 47. It's a 55. That's still a wheel, right? That's getting pretty close to anti-rocker size. What do I know anyway? They have a bunch of soft goods that came with it. They look good. Definitely check them out. We're still hanging out for that next skate drop, though. It's got to be just around the corner, right? They look nice, though. They look like good wheels. Black wheels are usually the hardest to make strong because they absorb a lot of heat. They chunk. They stretch cores. So we're gonna have to see how I'm sure that'll be good. This has got to be made by that one factory in the US that makes every good wheel, so I'm sure they're good. One thing that does kind of annoy me about them though is it's so cool that just with 4 dots them skates can do so much with the logo, and the 4 stars really works there. It looks cool, except I don't like how they arrange them. It's kind of weird. See how it's like a straight line? I kind of wish it just went around with it. It's an interesting choice, but it's just me anyway. While we're talking about wheels though, Ricardo Lino has a Pro Hyper wheel coming, maybe? He just posted about this today. There's a few kind of weird things about the post though. Like he has this weird tag on it. I think on my phone, let me check. On my phone, I swear it says like, this is not happening or something like that. Let me check though. It says the song is This Is Not Happening, which I think it could just be because he's excited, right? But I thought that was maybe a weird troll, but I doubt it. This has got to be a real wheel though. I don't know what I'm doing. This is what I'm talking about. This is why this is not bladed news, you know? But this is cool though. I'm hyped to see Ricardo Lino getting some form of pro wheel from Hyper 2, which is a great wheel company. I think that's Hyper. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, congrats to him. And then before I give you an edit, I think you should watch after this. I got to talk about this post that Blading on the Brain put up recently. It's just a quick short of him talking about, just the TLDR of it is that he did a live reaction to one of Sean Calso's edits recently, and he didn't like the edit. He think the edit wasn't great, mostly because of the editing and the music choice, not so much the skating. And some people were mad at him for that. A couple people were pissed off, saying that he's wrong pretty much, and he's saying like, essentially like, what's wrong with him having that opinion? And he's asking if he thinks that if we think that our community rollerblading is suffering from toxic positivity. And I do want to ask you guys that. What surprised me most about this post is that rollerbladers seem to really care about this. There's a lot of comments on this essentially saying that people think that yes, there is a problem with this in blading. So toxic positivity in rollerblading would mean like you're being too nice to people, right? When someone posts an edit and say they're like stepping into tricks, they're rolling topsides, you're not calling them out for it, you're just giving them props, you know? And I assume the downside of that is that, you know, the overall skating kind of standard drops, like people get lazy on it. But my take on this is I don't think it's a problem. I'm surprised everyone else does. I haven't witnessed this at all. You know, people are going to hype up their friends. People are going to be nice to each other. I think it's just overall good to be nice to each other online. I don't really see it being too much of a downside, you know. And even when it comes to pros, like yes, we should hold the pros maybe at a higher kind of standard because they're pros. They're kind of representing us more. They're inspiring more people. But at the same time, you know, if you're just going to be nitpicking someone's skating, there's a right way to do it, but there's also a wrong way to do it. And I feel like this is going to encourage the wrong way to do it. You know, constructive feedback is important. I think you should definitely not be afraid to do it. But like sometimes, man, you know, if you're just commenting on a random Instagram post you saw of someone you don't know who did a trick that maybe you think is rolling a topside and you just like call that out, I think that's super lame. That's not a good vibe. And I haven't seen anyone being too nice about edits at all, I don't think, but maybe that's just because I don't have a good take. You gotta let me know what you guys think. Anyone that's mad at Blading on the Brain for having a different opinion to them is absolutely stupid and not worth the energy wasted on them, because like you can have your own opinion, that's fine, it's not wrong, as long as you're not really hurting anyone, that's fine. No one should be mad that he didn't like this edit. He can not like whatever he wants. I just can't believe it's even an issue to talk about. But yeah, I don't think it's really a big issue overall. I think it's good to be nice to people, you know, overall. And Blading on the Brain's good at that. He's not like he's saying Sean sucks as a person or some shit, you know. He's good at it. But anyway, the edit I want you guys to check out today is from Michael Witzman. It's a little like winter edit, and it's like a friend crew edit, which is really cool. The opening piece here, I don't want to spoil it too hard, but look, you learned to do the full loop. Where is it? Here it is. Look, I kind of spoiled it. But I do kind of want to make it not watchable here so that you go and watch it. But yeah, I'll link to it now. Go check it out. And there's your taste for what the kind of less filtered, kind of a little bit more likely for me to get stuff wrong, Patreon version called Blading News Early Access that my patrons get access to every week, almost every week. So if you want to support me and you like something like this to be in your exclusive Patreon feed, consider supporting me for a few dollars a month. It will help me out a shit ton. But anyway, massive thank you to my patrons and to you for watching. And I hope you get to go for a skate today. Appreciate you.